The gentle lapping of waves against a distant shore, the creak of timber under a salt-laden breeze, the hushed murmur of an ancient sea carrying whispers of impending storm. Close your eyes and imagine the Aegean in the early 14th century, a glittering sapphire sea, but one increasingly stained by the dark sails of a relentless foe. This isn't a story of grand empires clashing, but of a desperate, almost reluctant alliance forged in the crucible of fear and necessity. This is the tale of the First Holy League, a testament to the fact that even the most disparate powers can be drawn together when a common shadow falls over their collective doorstep. For centuries, the Mediterranean had been a highway of commerce, a crucible of culture, and often a battlefield. But by the dawn of the 14th century, a new and escalating threat was reshaping the very fabric of life along its eastern shores. From the heartland of Anatolia, a new power was stirring: the Turkish Beyliks. These weren't unified empires, but rather fragmented, dynamic principalities, each with ambitions, each with a burgeoning naval prowess that was quickly turning the azure waters of the Aegean into a hunting ground. Their ships, swift and predatory, were not merely raiding for plunder. They were systematically disrupting the very arteries of trade that sustained the Latin Christian states in the region. Now, among these Christian states, one stood out as the undisputed maritime titan, the Republic of Venice. Her very existence, her wealth, her influence were woven into the vast tapestry of her overseas commerce. From the bustling markets of Constantinople to the spice routes of the Levant, Venetian galleys plied the waves, laden with goods and gold. But as the Turkish raids intensified, as their ships grew bolder, the once predictable rhythm of trade was replaced by an unsettling uncertainty. Imagine the anxiety gripping a Venetian merchant, his fortune invested in a fleet sailing east, knowing that at any moment the ominous silhouette of a Turkish ship could appear on the horizon, turning his venture into ruin. For Venice, this wasn't just a nuisance. It was an existential threat, a slow strangulation of her economic lifeblood. But Venice, powerful as she was, couldn't face this growing menace alone. The Aegean was a vast and complex mosaic of territories, each with its own interests, its own vulnerabilities. There were the Knights Hospitaller, those formidable warrior monks who, having been driven